where we give serious writing critique without taking ourselves too seriously. My name is Lindsay, and to my right is
Booher.
And to my left,
Torsha Baker.
And Janette Rallison.
All right, this is the way the show works. Today, Janette is going to read a submission, and the rest of us are going to act as judges. And if we feel an agent or editor would reject the submission, we're going to abuse our buttons of power and buzz and say things about that.
Buttons of doom.
Buttons of doom.
No,
All right.
it's not doom, it's buttons of help.
Of
This is
loving
helping you get
critique.
better.
Well, when you
Loving
get buzzed, it
critique.
feels a little doomish, but it really is help.
That's right.
And Torsha knows because she had a submission come in, and so she's been through this process.
I've been on your side.
And so you know that because she's been on that other side, she's going to be gentle in what she has
No,
to
she
say.
just apologizes when she buzzes. She's not gentle, she just apologizes. She like cut you and then apologize. But it's okay.
Helpful.
You know what? But this is what critique is about, because
Yeah.
I just gave Randy a screenplay of mine and he tore it apart. But you know what?
We
It
could have
was
done that
good.
on this show. What are
It
you
was
guys
good
doing?
advice, and I
You all should
appreciate it.
see how much red is on my manuscripts after Janette sends it back to me. A lot of red.
Yeah, it's like a murder scene. I mean,
It
Janet's
is.
done the
Red
same for
everywhere.
me too. Red everywhere.
But we don't
But it's
just,
good. It's so much better for it.
we don't just dish it out. We also take it. It's just part of the process. A
It
painful,
is.
horrible part of the process.
And we're here to help.
Yes.
We're
But
gonna help
I
you
am
out.
sorry.
She's sorry in advance for
That's
what
right.
she's
We
going to
haven't
do
read
to
this
you.
yet. Okay. This
All
is.
right.
Do we have a title for this? No, we don't. Or a genre.
Briar.
Oh, a Briar. Okay. It's the perfect night for thievery. I steady myself against the pitch of the roof. Angry clouds cover the starry sky like a black eye, thunder rolling like a freight train. Lightning illuminates the distance, giving the air a charge.
So I got hung up.
that.
Angry clouds cover the starry sky.
Oh,
How can clouds cover, how can you see both the stars in that? So that
yeah,
just,
That's a good
that kind of
point.
threw me out. I went, angry clouds I get, starry sky I don't. It can be one or the other. I like the present tense.
Yeah, I
Go
even
ahead.
skipped over that one.
I know. I was
That's
just
good.
like, ooh,
Ah.
it's pretty.
Yeah, anyway,
Okay.
but it threw me off.
I am so losing my touch. I used to be the first buzz on
Oh,
What has happened to me?
we're getting better,
Pretty
Ricky. We're
soon
getting
I'm going
better.
to get replaced by someone meaner.
Anyway, continue.
I didn't just buzz, right? No, I didn't.
Okay.
Great first line.
All right. So we're having a beautiful sky, which may or may not be starry.
Okay.
Okay, beneath my boots, random droplets make the ceramic tiles slick. On either side of me are familiar shadow-like lumps. One holds a hand, motioning us forward. Even though he can't see my head beneath my hood, I nod. A wooden rope bridge stretches across my roof trap and the buildings across from me. Gondolas rock the canals below. I don't like the idea of crossing the bridge, but the buildings are too far apart to jump. A poster clings to the post, holding the bridge in place. I smirk when I pass it. The sketch shows a hooded figure, locks of hair hanging loosely around the chin, her rounded lips curve up in a smirk. It was because I said her hair rounded lips.
That's for
wasn't it?
Janette. No, I'm
Oh.
just kidding. No, it's the same, thing that I noticed in the last submission, is I'm not getting much of internal thought here. So I really like the writing. I really like, these details, but I still don't really have a sense for our character other than she's thievery. She's going to go steal something.
Yeah.
So I just want a little bit more of her character, and you don't have, you can put it in there in very subtle ways, like the I smirk when I pass it. That's a good one, but it's pretty far down the page when we get to that. So that's all I have.
Okay. So where were we? Oh, we were her rounded lips curve up in a smirk, a bow and arrow in her hands. The words "wanted," "Robin" written above the image. There isn't other information. This sketch, nothing more than a mouth and a chin. The girl on the poster is me. The bridge links.
Okay, so that's a poster of her. I mean, I would think that's the first thing she's going to say. Oh, look, there's a poster of me. They didn't get the mouth right. They didn't know, or, there's not many detail. But I hate in stories when they do that, they go through that whole thing and then you find out that, oh, that's them. Well, they know, you know that's you, okay? So tell us, that's me.
You would
Tell us
never
where-
look at a picture of yourself and say, her hair isn't right.
That
you would say,
handsome young man.
they got my hair
that's-
wrong.
That's right.
Those
Yeah, they
steely
got my
blue
hair wrong.
eyes. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
Good point.
okay, well, all right.
But that goes in with being in the
In
character's
our
head.
character's
Because
head.
if we're in her head,
You have
that's
to
the
say
first.
it the way you're going, the
Right.
character would think it.
Okay.
Agreed.
The bridge links that flat roof of this. Did I remember reading that? The bridge links the flat roof of the skyscraper to several apartment buildings, shrinking in size to townhouses and mansions. I pull another poster off the wall before climbing onto the bridge. This poster isn't of me this time. My brother Trent, cloaked in a hood much like myself, covers the parchment. The people in the city of Locksdale won't recognize the square jaw, but I'd know it anywhere. I crumple the paper and toss it into the ocean water of the canal. My throat tightens and my hands ball into fists. Okay, so again, and I
I
had to
like
think.
that. I like her character now after that last.
But my thought was
Yeah,
is that, okay, so she sees it, she knows it anywhere, but that's a perfect spot for an internal thought. But instead we just get the physical action of crumple it and throat tightens. But she's obviously thinking something right there, and that would be a good place to let us know where it is. So yeah, I'm gonna say with I really like this. I
do
think
too.
it's awesome, and I would want to read more, but I would also want there to be more internal thought.
And I'm a little confused on where are we in terms of like where and when.
Yeah.
You know, okay, Robin, is this a play on Robin Hood? But we're talking about skyscrapers and gondolas, and I'm, so I don't know if it's present day or if it's,
Yeah, the skyscraper.
skyscraper. That kind of throws me off a
Yeah,
little
that
bit.
one.
Yeah.
But I do like the use of the present tense. I steady myself. The sketch shows, using the present tense, that keeps you in the moment. There's some good motion here with this as well. There's some things to work on though for me.
The only other thing that I want to add here, first of all, again, I do like this. Like, this is right up my alley with the types of books that I like to read. So I would read on. However, if you're looking to get it the best that it can be, we know she's, going out for the, I loved the first line, by the way. It hooked me with it's a perfect night for thievery. Great first line. Yeah. Well done. But I still don't really have a sense of her goal. Where is she going? What is she going to do? What is at stake if she does not accomplish her thievery? So I really want that. So if it's not coming in on this first page, it better be on the next page. It's got to be really, really soon. So other than that, those little fixes here and there, this is going to be really strong, and I'd love to read it actually when it's all done.
Yeah, but it would be a very bit different story if she's just out for kicks for fun, stealing stuff, or if she's giving
Stealing
to the poor.
posters of her brother.
Yeah, that was it. That was the thievery posters. Mission accomplished.
Well, shall we vote? Start with me.
Start with me.
Okay, I enjoyed this piece, but I'm going to give it a set. I think it needs some polish, but I think there's a good premise here. I think the character is interesting, caught my attention. A lot of good use of the language in terms of present tense and keeping me in the story. So I would just encourage you to go polish this up.
I'm going to give it a set as well. I think this is a very strong submission, and it is mostly there. More internal. I'd like to know what she's going about. I mean, she's about thievery. Well, we're already there. Why not explore what it is she's thinking about doing, or against who? A little bit more than it was the perfect night for thievery. And then another thing is, and this is a small part, but it's very important, especially with genre fiction. If you have an unusual setting, so we've got something that looks like a Robin Hood story, but we have skyscrapers and we have apartment buildings. So if there's a sort of a blend between those, it's really important to make that clear as soon as possible. So, and I don't think it would take much, just an internal thought or two to crystallize how the when and where of this setting, and then it will read so much better. Because otherwise, people are going to be wondering: is this back Robin Hood time, or is this modern, or? I mean, so make that clear so that readers are not spending the time wondering. Then they can focus on how beautiful the prose is and how well the story flows.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I'm also going to go with set. I think you have a lot here that is going to be really great once you make those little tweaks with the internal thought. Not only telling us what her goal is, but letting us know the consequence of failure. What's going to happen if she doesn't accomplish that. Maybe it's her brother's sick, and if she doesn't, get what she needs to get him the medicine, whatever it might be. But let us know so we can really root for her, even though she's doing something illegal. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I this ditto for what everybody else has already said. I won't just repeat it, but yeah, internal thought set. I just think it needs a little bit of tweaking, but besides that, I think it's super strong.
All right, so did we get it right? Leave comments, let us know if you agree, disagree. Leave notes for the author about suggestions that you might have. Until then, get ready.
Get set.
Right.
In addition to our quarterly prize of a William Shakespeare air freshener, we have additional yearly prizes.
That's right. We have a Get Out of the Slush Pile free from Shadow Mountain and also a first chapter critique.
And the same prize coming from Cedar Fort Publishing. So you'll get out of the slush pile with them, and also the chapter critique.
Some great prizes we offer. Also, you can follow us at our podcast, Ready, Set, Write Podcast. You can find us on the internet. You can find us through Apple as well, through iTunes. And look for us on all of our social media. Also, look for our published books wherever good books are sold, because we do write occasionally, because that's what we do. And we'd like to thank Connor BLAYLOCK for his technical support and helping us get this production put together.
I know the other book just walked behind us. Feel it.
He's probably going to bleep all this out. But anyway, that's okay. Thank you, Connor. And of course, thanks to you for listening. Please subscribe to our YouTube and to all the social media that we also subscribe to, and we're glad to interact with you anytime. Until next time,
Get ready.
Get set.
Right.
What are you doing, Janette?
I'm waiting for people to subscribe. My takeaway.
Well, hurry up.
Subscribe.
It's annoying me.
I want to go home. Subscribe.
please.
No.